What's up, fam? So today we're going to have a chat about the time Batman became a horror comic. In Justice League 2011, Batman decides to sit in the Mobius chair because the Anti-Monitor is fighting Darkseid on Earth. This is part of an actually pretty cool arc where all the DC characters become gods for a little bit. Batman specifically becomes the god of knowledge because if you didn't know, the Mobius chair has all the knowledge in the universe, you just have to ask. And the first thing Batman asks is, who killed my parents? Because the man has one problem in life. And to be fair, he already knew it was Joe Chill. Batman attempts to use the Mobius chair to stop crimes before they happen, but that's not how the law works. He then decides to go have a talk with our old buddy Joe. So Bats yanks this man out of bed because he wants to talk. He starts to freak out and scream and yell, and Batman's like, well, I put up an invisible soundproof wall because just talking, buddy. Joe is complaining that he doesn't deserve to be harassed in his cell. Batman backs him up against the wall and asks exactly what he thinks he deserves. Joe says he doesn't deserve to be the jock in a random horror movie. But then this man makes the worst decision of all time and starts bragging about how he killed the Waynes. He talks about how their eyeballs rolled over white as they gargled up their guts. He thinks he was probably this kid's nightmare for years. The Bat asks, how many? How many lives have you ended? Joe says 40. Bat counts up the bones, pounds of flesh, unborn children. Then he says he's really only interested in 290 pounds of it. Joe asks the obvious question, why? Peter J. Tomasi wrote the opposite of what we normally hear from Batman when he had him rip the mask off his face and yell, because I'm Bruce Wayne. When Joe's response is that he should have killed him in that alleyway too, our lovely Bats says that if his first thought was to kill an 8-year-old in an alleyway whose parents he had just murdered in front of him in cold blood, then he wants to kill him. That he wants to take the Mobius chair and use his energy blast to splatter him all over the street. But that would be merciful. And you know what's better than mercy? Whispering into the ears of every inmate in this prison and telling them that Joe Chill created Batman. That their gratitude to Joe would probably be long and rough. That they take out every desire for revenge on Bats they've ever had on Joe. Joe asks, what kind of monster are you? And Bat says, I'm not a monster, I'm your personal boogeyman. He teleports Joe back into his cell, where Joe's screaming and panicked, asking for someone to help. But when reality returns, and his cellmate asks what just happened and why he's screaming, he whimpers that he doesn't know, that he's very tired. I really want to see that turned into a proper horror movie, because I had chills the entire time. There is a reason that Batman is not only a Green Lantern, but also a Yellow Lantern, and that is why. Anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed hearing about that. You should definitely read the comic, it's really good.